What's up, everybody? Welcome to Garden Sound 365. My name is Garden Sound. This is the show we write music every day for a year. And today I am just not feeling it. I don't mean like I'm in a bad mood. I'm actually in a pretty freaking good mood. I just don't feel like writing anything, which is weird. You know what I'm saying? Normally I look forward to that part and I don't feel good. Today it's the opposite. I feel great, but I don't feel like writing. I mean, I'm gonna write. That's what I do. Just gotta figure out some way to push through it. I had someone ask me a question via the comments section yesterday, and I'm gonna get that open here so I don't misquote this person. Hold on a second. At the end, when you said it only took you an hour, this is in regard to the Who Let the Dogs Out video. At the end, when you said it only took you an hour, my jaw dropped. Would you be willing to do an episode about the differences you notice in your production habits and how long it takes now versus when you started this project? Keep up the amazing work. Thank you, Braden. Yes, absolutely. I want to do an episode on that, and I think I'm going to do an episode on that right now. The differences between my production prowess are the most obvious, right? How long it took me to write a song at the very beginning is that the amount of time it took at the very beginning versus now, it's gotten a lot shorter. The actual getting the idea into the computer process, that part of it is where the time has been saved. My speed with which I input lines into the computer has gotten shorter too. So my literal abilities on my instruments have improved, and I think really it's the translation mechanism that's gotten the biggest workout. The translation mechanism, what I'm talking about is the piece of the brain that takes idea and translates it into notes and where to click, right? Like what effects do what sound am I hearing, and how do I click the program to make that sound happen? I don't know if your question was specifically about the music part of it or the show in general, but I've gotten better with how I talk to the camera. I have to do less takes than I did when I first started. I used to do a whole bunch of different takes because I would constantly say something awkward or have a weird pause or say too much, and I'd have to actually go in and edit that stuff out. Now things come out a little bit more fluidly. The funny part is that actually affects my speech in real life. My speech has gotten much more efficient when I talk to somebody in real life than it was 6 months ago. And that's really weird. My family has even told me that I have a different way of speaking now. My brother noticed it. You can even see it. If you go look at like maybe the first 25 videos, and do this at your own risk, they are so cringy. You can see that I don't really know what I'm doing. Meaning I don't know what I'm asking for. I don't know what I'm expecting. I had no metrics for which to base my assumptions or to start my goals. I didn't have any goals, right? The idea was, I'm gonna make this YouTube channel and I'm gonna get famous. There's a lot of these conversations I have with the camera early on that are so, what's the word for it? Not arrogant, they're entitled. Oh, you can hear the entitlement. I would get on the camera and I would say, guys, go buy my stuff. You know, it wasn't, but there was no tact. There was absolutely zero tact to it. I was just telling people to go buy my music without telling them why they should buy my music or what it's worth even, or giving an explanation for what it sounds like. You know what I'm saying? And I've gotten so much better at selling something, right? My sales pitch at the very beginning was very guilt-driven and very entitlement-driven. Like, I deserve for you to buy my music. And now it's more of a thing where I say, check this out. If you like it, go buy it. Here's other people who've liked it. Here's what they've said about it, right? And I'm starting to get, I can take things that have been published and stuff like that and use that to bolster my argument for why you all, the audience, should purchase my music instead of the way I was doing it. But it's when you're just starting out like that. And this story is coming from an experience I had last night where I accidentally watched one of my older videos. I try not to, because I have a very, as we've discovered over the series, I have a very harsh way with myself. I don't forgive myself or what's the word for it? I'm extremely hard on myself, and we're still working on that. But that has a lot of deep-seated, the seeds for that character trait were planted a long time ago. I'm still digging them up. I'm uncovering those slowly and getting more comfortable with looking at that and really analyzing it. And that's going to lead me into my next point, which is introspection, analyzing. So let's go back to Braden's question. What's improved? Well, Braden, my skill with composition has definitely improved. The translation mechanism getting me from idea to computer is almost seamless now. I know exactly what buttons to do, what effects do what. I know what note even, like I don't have perfect pitch, but I'm getting really close, right? A lot of people don't believe that you can develop perfect pitch. I do. So I'm getting really sharp with what pitches I hear in my head and then where I click. My tool bag has grown. And what's really helped, and I think one of the things that makes this project stand out from any other project where you would write music every day and then not publish it, or write music every day and then not actually record it with a camera, is I get to watch myself work every day, and you'll learn so much about yourself. And I've learned so much about my own mannerisms, characteristics, and the way I carry myself just by watching myself. Now that sounds vain, and believe me, there's definitely an element of vanity going on here. I don't think anybody who is 100% comfortable in their own skin gets in front of the camera, if that makes sense. I think flawed people like to be in front of the camera, and I am a flawed person. So, yeah. Sorry, I've got my wallet in my pocket and I'm sitting on it and it makes my butt hurt. That's what I have to say about that. So today I'm going to be traveling to Somerville. I stayed there over Thanksgiving and interviewed my mom, my dad, my brother, and my sister. If you haven't seen those, go watch those. They were pretty funny. But I'm going there because I have to play a gig tomorrow. And I'm going to be working in my dad's house. He has a new house and they've got a couple projects they want done to the house, and I will be working on that for them early this week. I should be back in the studio probably by Thursday, so there will be some traveling videos coming up, and you'll get to meet some new people, and it'll be interesting to change things up. And I like this, now that I'm sort of switching the vlogs up. I go from music to talking about traveling to, it goes back and forth now. There's more of a variety in the show now that I'm not working a job and I can travel freely, which is good. I think a lot of people are enjoying that, and we're starting to see our subscriber number go up again. So, hey everybody, new people, if I have not met you yet, my name is Gardner. This is where I write music every day. If you're into music, you're in the right place. Anyway, it was good catching up with everybody. If anybody has any questions, I'd love to do another one of these. Just kind of an Ask Me Anything. Feel free to drop a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll answer any question you put down there. We'll do a one-day special. Either tweet me at GARDNSOUND or ask me on YouTube via the comment section down below, and we'll do a little Ask Me Anything here. But it's time now for coffee time. This link has been put up, and that will be next Friday. Our theme is going to be electronic music only. So any branch of EDM is fine. It can be house, it can be techno, it can be industrial, it can be dubstep, drum and bass, glitch hop, you name it. Anything that you would classify as EDM or electronic dance music, or even IDM, intelligent dance music, if you'd like to drop a link like Mr. Bill or Spangle or Tipper. But yeah, that's gonna be the show today. I'm not, like I said, I have no idea what I want to write. I think I might get out my acoustic guitar. Maybe I'll leave the camera rolling for a little bit too, so you can get a glimpse of what it looks like when I don't know what to do. Here's a good thing. So when I don't know what to do, I often just get my guitar out. I had a roommate one time, and he would just play the guitar song. He would play that song like all day and practice it. And now he's actually like pretty damn good at guitar. So, cheers, buddy. My top string down to a D. I've tuned my bottom string down to a D, and I've tuned my G down to an F sharp. Boom, got an idea. Now I know I didn't show you like any of the technical, and that pisses people off. That really pisses people off when I do that. They're like, well, how did you do that? And the answer is, I don't fucking know. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how it works. I'll just play around and then eventually I'll play something and my brain will go, oh man, you know what you could do with that? And then it'll just make up a song. And that's it. That's it. I mean, there's not, and trust me, I've tried to figure out how to explain this. And if I could figure out how to explain this, I'd write a book about it. But I don't know. I won't know. I have no idea. I'm gonna go ahead and write this out here into a time lapse, and that'll be today's song. If you'd like to hear that song and watch the time lapse, click right here. If you would like to see yesterday's episode where we did coffee time and I sort of kind of insulted the Chainsmokers, click right here. If you'd like to subscribe to me, click here. And if you'd like to support me on Patreon, click here. My name's Garden Sound. The coffee's hitting me nicely. See you tomorrow.